Hey everybody, welcome to Gamehound's Happy Endings number 21. With this week, we're going to actually have the news that we normally do on our regular show because we had fucking computer issues and we couldn't get the news out on our regular show, so we're doing a two-parter. Second half's on this show.
A twofa.
A twofa. So we have Holy Goalie and Nick DiNicola in the house. Wow, really?
I'm sorry, I'm having technical issues.
Fuck you, Nick.
I'm just bored.
All right, so let's see. What else is going on? I don't want to add anything into the playlist. Stop it. Stop. Oh, there it is. There's the... Who's he? Michael O'Connell. Yes, you are first here. Congratulations. So, yeah, we just did a show, and God, it was really, really lucky that I checked. I raised the volume on the speakers because what comes down to my speakers is actually what is coming into the recording software as opposed to what's going through my headset, which is coming from Skype. And I just happened to raise the speakers because I was going to go get some coffee, and Goalie was stuck in did. It was looping.
I recorded 2 Spreakers lately, and I was all distorted. And so I sound fine in my headset.
Right.
Sound good. I have levels down, so I'm not peaking or anything, but some reason Spreaker picked me up as peaking, and I was all distorted with an echo.
How odd.
Yeah, so I had to scrub both shows. Kind of bummed.
That sucks. Yeah, that's such a horrible feeling when you're like halfway through a show and you realize that you've lost half the show and some of it's the most hilarious stuff ever. But in our case, it was only 10 minutes and it wasn't all that funny because Nick was talking.
Yeah, and then we had to do it over, and then Nick talked again about a third time.
Yeah, and then it started to have more problems.
Do you think it was the alien ship hovering above?
Yeah, we had Zinniak on the show.
You're not going to blame me for this. No way. No way. This is a Mac thing. Everything on my ship is Windows 95. We don't have any crashing or anything. We have our floppies backed up like you wouldn't believe.
So, all right. So do you want to hit the news?
Sure.
Okay, let's hit the news. This is the Gamehounds News, the news, views, and commentary of the week in gaming with Gamer Edie, Holy Goalie, Nick DiNicola. And
First item is Max Suck. Don't get a Mac. Max Suck.
That's not the first item.
Yes, it is. Max Suck. Hail to the Queen.
That is not the first item. Oh, I forgot to hit the news sounder. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. There's the news sounder. This is the Gamehounds News, the news, views, and commentary of the week in gaming with Gamer Edie, Holy Goalie, and Nick DiNicola. All right, so what's our real first item?
Hey, all right. Here's a big one here. So, PlayStation Nation, or whatever that thing is the PlayStation have, Far Cry 3 is their free game. Not bad. Not bad. You can download Far Cry 3. Yep. I just come across the wire. No, I have it. I played it, whatever. But it's still, less than a year old. Far Cry.
Sorry.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Xbox has announced their free game.
I saw that. I saw it and I thought of you.
Rainbow Six 1. I don't know if that was for the 360. It might have been for the original.
Isn't it Rainbow Six Vegas?
Yeah, Rainbow Six Vegas.
It's Rainbow
Was
Six
Vegas.
Yeah, it was Vegas.
Yeah. Holy cow! Welcome to 2008.
Yeah.
Wait, was that 2008? That was before 2008.
Holy cow!
All right, let's see. That's what the internet's
What's up next?
for.
Donkey Kong. Thanks for all these.
Frogger. All the Frogger you can stand.
Holy crap!
Okay, so it was Rainbow Six Vegas.
I got it.
Rainbow Six Vegas. Where's Wikipedia? Come on, Wikipedia always has this stuff. There we go. Rainbow Six Vegas was 2006.
Nice. All right.
Only 7 years.
7 years, and you get a free game on Xbox Live. Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that and thought.
I think I retweeted that from this is awesome. This is just so good.
I know, isn't it? It's awesome.
Yep. Oh yeah, Mike. Yes, I did play Aliens: Colonial Marines. I played it for an hour. It wasn't bad. I'm telling you, it wasn't bad at all.
Really?
Yeah, you just haven't played
Wow.
enough of
That
it.
just says a lot about you, doesn't it?
Shut
And you know what? I want to see. I want to see how far you get, because when I first started playing it, I was like, you know what? This isn't great, but this isn't bad. This isn't good, really. It's not bad. It's just kind of in between, something to do. But eventually,
You just.
it just broke me, and it was like I got to this tank level, and this tank kept shooting me, and I kept trying to kill the people around it, but I couldn't kill them, and they just kept coming. It was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not even enjoying it. I just want to see, get to the end. I'm just not going to bother.
So you
Yeah.
didn't finish the game.
No.
Oh, what's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you finish that game? It's a great game.
I died 5 times in a row on this one area, then quit, and then I came back to it the day later, and I was like, died 3 times, and I was like, nope, I'm out.
Aliens win. Aliens win. Nick, nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, you tell him.
You can
yeah.
take that round. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Aliens one. Yeah, I'm interested to see how long I play it too. I'm enjoying it more than Homefront, but then again, I'm an hour into Aliens. I would have finished Homefront by then.
True.
So
My first item is, I don't know if you've heard, but indie developer named Matt Round has developed a Jaws text adventure as a browser game. Apparently, it's actually pretty funny, pretty hilarious, amusing at the very least. You play the shark, which I think is a genius way to do it. I haven't played it yet, but
trivia. What's the name of the shark in Jaws?
Shocky.
Don't Google it. I got this right. Don't ask me why I know this. I was at the Boston Garden Bruins game, and they have a Family Feud thing up on the screen during intermission to keep you occupied.
Right.
And it was all these things about Jaws, and one of them was, what was the name of the shark?
I remember the name of the boat.
I know I've heard the name of the shark at some point, but I can't
Don't
remember.
ask me why, but this was the name they gave it to him on the set. All right, so no one's got it?
No,
Wait, is it like Breaky?
it's like it's Spot. They named
Because I
him.
know that it kept breaking down. Maybe something like that.
What is it?
Crappy?
Crappy. It's Crappy the shark.
They kept breaking it down. You gotta watch the Jaws story. It's pretty funny. The shark's name was Bruce.
Bruce the shark.
Oh,
Bruce the shark. Yep.
Got it.
So anyway,
Did
go on
anybody
with your-
did anybody in the chat room have that?
Yeah, actually,
Kevin.
2 people
Kevin
did.
did it. Wow, Sharknado.
And
It's Corey
Blackfish.
Wallace guessed Sharknado.
Dick.
All right. So yeah, it's look up you just have to Google Jaws the text adventure. But if you don't want to Google that, you can go to a website of I guess it's a publisher. It's kind of a games company, although it was built by one guy, and it's called Us Versus Them, with the E in them being a 3 because they're cool, and they're the ones that have that out there. So I'm planning on playing it, and it's nice because it's a browser game, and I pulled it up on my iPhone, and it's iPhone compatible. It works. It's not like they actually have it. It graphically fits on your iPhone well, so you can play with an OS device through a browser. So I'm saying,
Yeah, there's a lot of real cool modern text adventures made with this program called Twine that all play in the browser, and some of them are really, really good.
really,
Yeah. There's
ah,
this one writer named Porpentine, and she makes some good, real violent, vicious kind of horror text adventures.
Should we do we've talked so many times about doing Gamehounds games. We really should consider the possibility of doing a Gamehounds text adventure. You're a writer. Goalie's funny. I'm got tits. So what could go wrong?
I got tits too.
Yeah, you kind of do, but mine are bigger.
Nick.
This could actually work. I think we could actually get a game off the ground.
Okay, so what would be let's just brainstorm this. So what would be the premise of this game, this text game?
I don't
How
know.
about we try to get the show to record without a hitch?
That's not going to happen. That's way too hard.
Fail.
Exactly. there's the text game is that you try to record the game and record the show, and no matter what you do, it glitches and fails. That's the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Easy to write.
It's just a nihilistic comment on life.
Right. And you just get a little bit farther before it fails. Kind of like Don't Starve, the text adventure podcast version.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, we should try to come up with something. See if somebody can program something. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I mean, if text adventures are not hard to program. That's why they're text adventures.
Oh, I know what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
We all get in the car at PAX, and we have to drive up Route 1 fighting off zombies and potholes to get the Kowloon.
Oh, I like that idea.
And we got to stop for gas and tires and things like that.
Right.
And we have to,
It's kind of like Oregon Trail, the text adventure, PAX version.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else got an item? I got lots, so.
I got one, like a kind of odd one. This is about GTA 5. Rockstar has told fans that it's okay with people posting gameplay footage, but if a video contains spoilers and other quote-unquote in-game entertainment, it will be flagged for removal for whatever service they're using.
In-game entertainment, they're talking about possibly the television,
the
the
TV.
radio? Okay, interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
It is. It's interesting seeing how some publishers react to the whole Let's Play phenomenon. Like a couple months ago, there was that whole debacle with Nintendo basically saying, okay, everyone take everything down. Well, I think they demanded everyone pay them money.
Right,
they get
that's
a
what
cut
it was.
of like the advertising.
The thing is about gameplay footage is it's everywhere. It's ubiquitous, and on top of that, the new consoles are encouraging the posting of gameplay footage.
I've read something too that like you could make an argument that because of like whatever gameplay footage you show involves the player, doing something, that's like in essence a commentary on the work or something like that, so it's protected under fair use because you're altering the work in some way.
I guess that makes sort of sense, but at the same time, I can also see them wanting to get rid of especially cutscenes. Because how many games have you said, fucking don't play the game, just go to YouTube and watch the cutscenes?
Not many.
Yeah,
but when I do that, it's usually because I want to see a specific cutscene, and I don't want to have to play through a 60-hour game to do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's one of those like legal gray areas that everyone's just like
dancing
hey,
around.
Everyone's cool with this. We'll just ignore it.
Right, and the problem is that somebody's not going. Well, in the case of Nintendo, somebody's not going to ignore it, and then all of a sudden it all goes to hell.
Yeah, it just takes one person to be a dick.
One dick, and then that spoils it for everybody.
That's how life is, though.
Thankfully, that hasn't happened yet.
Not yet. It will. Goal, you have anything?
I was going back to Diablo 3, which we talked about on the show, which you guys haven't heard yet. Big fan of this Diablo 3 and Xbox 360. That was a PC game. I'm hearing that the console version is actually better than the PC version. But that's not my news story for Diablo 3. What I'm hearing is that there was this thing called the auction house in Diablo 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but they shut it down.
Oh, they didn't shut it down.
Oh, they're trying to shut it down.
Well, what it is it's basically a real money auction house. So imagine in Borderlands, if you go and you find a cool gun, you put that up on an auction house and people would pay real money for it.
Oh,
and you'll
God.
get real money for it
Oh,
as well.
God. That's a recipe for disaster.
So what that resulted in is like this really skewed system where like people were buying super advanced weapons and then just, blowing through the game really easily. And you had people getting high level weapons and selling them for a whole lot of money. and it was just really kind of threw the balance of the game out of whack a little bit. And so people are really happy that, like, hey, there's none of that in the console version. And I also remember hearing the console version doesn't have an always online requirement, which the PC version does.
Right, and that was the problem. In fact, that was one of the things that were held up when Xbox One announced its always-on connection, was that Diablo 3, when it first came out, people couldn't play it for the first month because they were having such a problem with the server. Same thing happened with SimCity, the new SimCity. Yeah.
And it was funny because, like, Blizzard said, like, oh, you have to, this is part of the experience, this always online experience. You can't play it without that. But then the console version doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah. Mine.
After hearing Coley talk about that, I'm interested in picking it up because I've never really gotten into Diablo.
Me
ever.
either. And I feel an obligation.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard people say good things about it, and, like, comparing it to Torchlight, like, I thought Torchlight was fun, but it didn't really hook me.
Yeah.
And then, like, you just say, yeah, it's just better. Like,
it's got the demo on Xbox 360, so if you want to try the Diablo 3 demo, which is basically the first mission, you can't. Why they didn't let you play? I don't think you can play co-op or on live or anything like that. That's what I can't figure out because it's so fun playing with people. They should let you play with people in the demo, but you just play single player, I think. But that was enough. It really was enough to grab me, and it's like, oh yeah.
Maybe, Nick, we should pick this up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm playing it. I know the wife's playing it, and I'm going online playing it. I love it. It's so fun. It really is.
Okay. Well, I'm, like I said, fuck. Now I got another game to play. Shit. I'm never
This is a co-op game, though. This is very enjoyable.
Okay. And actually, that's kind of nice that it would fit kind of nicely in my gaming menu because it is so co-op oriented that if my friends aren't on, if it's late at night, I'm probably not going to play it because I want to play it with a friend. So I'll play Grand Theft Auto or something else. My next item is, it's all over the goddamn news, but you know that they had that shooting at the Washington Navy Yard, that guy that went in and shot up a bunch of people and killed 12 or 13 people. Mm-hmm. Well, it didn't take long for Fox News to say, first off, that the liberals are already making gun control the issue. And Elizabeth Hasselbeck, let's remember that she was a nobody till she was on a reality show and then married a football player, and then she was on The View. So
she's so hot, though. Oh,
she's so hot, but only from the neck down, because from the neck up, she is a vapid wasteland of stupid. First off, she says she agrees that when they start talking about liberals making gun control the issue, that she doesn't think that it's good to start splitting blame where it possibly doesn't belong. And then a few minutes later says, quote, what about frequency testing? I mean, how often... she starts essentially blaming video games. She says that because Aaron Alexis, the shooter in this thing, played video games, that video games are to blame. Quote, what about frequency testing? I mean, how often has this game been played? Maybe there's some sort of, I mean, I'm not one to get in there and say monitor everything, but if this indeed is a strong link, right, to mass killings, then why aren't we looking at frequency of purchase per person and how often they're playing? And maybe they time out after a certain hour. So she's saying, well, if there's a strong link, then maybe we should just put video games on timers, and that will stop people from hearing voices in their heads and buying a gun and shooting up a Navy Yard. Meanwhile, absolutely, let's say it again, no scientific evidence, and they have looked, no scientific evidence so far that has linked video games to violence, to actual violence. It's like saying he breathed air, for fuck's sake. He breathed air, so therefore he needs to limit the amount of air people get. It's just insane. So, yeah, she's a piece of work, man.
excuse me, anytime something like this happens, everybody's getting on there with their opinion and they're trying to politicize it and this and that. And oh my gosh, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's just, you got one side is going to blame video games, the other side blaming the guns. It's like, doesn't the shooter know that we have gun laws in place?
Right.
So does the shooter, he didn't obey the law?
No, exactly, because he's insane. He was hearing voices. You can't ask an insane person. He may not have known at that point.
More gun laws would prevent this guy from doing this.
No, it's that she's saying that
I know
video games. What the problem is that they're in, and I said it how long ago when we were talking about Grand Theft Auto, is that as soon as Grand Theft Auto was out, there would be an attack on video games because that's what the media knows.
This attack on video games doesn't have anything to do with Grand Theft Auto. It has to do with
but
the shooting.
Right, it has to do with the shooting. And it happens in every time that there's a shooting, and there's nothing behind it. And just makes me mad that clearly there is nothing behind it. Clearly. And yet they keep traipsing it out like there's, and what's worse, saying if there's a link or there is a link between video game and violence, which is not true. These are people that are supposed to be educated and know things. And if they don't know things, like there's no study that has been done yet that has said that there is a link with video games and shootings. There's not a causative link. Video game people that do shootings play video games, but that doesn't say that the video games cause the shooting. There's never been a study that has shown a causative link between video games and violence.
If that's the case, then movies. They need movies are the same thing.
But that's what they used to say about movies. That's what they used to say about comic books too.
Yeah,
they've said this about media, and for how many generations, starting with comic books all the way till now, media does not affect it. Right. They're not. They're going
at some point. It's gotten less though over the years, which is good.
It's like, well, Jenny McCarthy made her whole world on linking things that aren't necessarily linked. That there's proof that there's no link, but yeah, look at her. She's doing fine. What am I doing? I'm doing a podcast. She's on the fucking View. It's like that seat on the View has to be the idiot seat. They have to find somebody who's just a fucking moron on that seat with a hot body with great boobs. So
that's every show. That's every news show. That's everything.
Yeah, but I'm saying that Whoopi Goldberg was there too. So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
and Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie, you want hamburger? Oh, did I just say that? That is so wrong. I love you, Rosie O'Donnell. If you listen to the show, I really actually do like you.
Yeah, sometimes.
Anybody else? Nick, got another one?
Yeah, this is, well, I guess, somewhat on the topic of incredibly violent media. EA, I guess, is looking to make a movie of Dante's Inferno, which, people will always do that. But what I think is really cool and potentially really good is that Fede Alvarez, the director of the Evil Dead remake, is in talks to direct it. And if so, I am so seeing that the day it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can make that kind of tongue-in-cheek the way that Evil Dead was, I mean, I guess the...
Oh, no, see, that's the thing. The new Evil Dead remake wasn't tongue-in-cheek at all.
Oh, it wasn't?
But it was just straight up one of the most brutal, horrific, merciless, cruel, intense horror movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I loved it. I thought it was like crazy intense and
all right. That's a good
great. Like every shot of that movie was like a horror painting. It's like you could take screenshots of that and hang it in a gallery. I loved it. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he directs Dante's Inferno, just random excuse for me to talk about Evil Dead.
We gotta go see if we can find Evil Dead the musical so you and I could go.
Oh, Evil Dead the musical! That would be so cool.
It is. Somebody
is that actually
they did
a thing?
That, yeah, they did that in Martinez. Somebody wrote it and performed it in Martinez at the Willows Theater in Martinez. Yeah, it was out there. I never saw it. I wanted to see it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Goalie, anything else?
No, I was just talking about that Diablo 3 craziness there, and then you guys went off into whatever you talked about.
News. It's called news.
Oh, yes.
All right, my next one is that Sega is confirmed to be purchasing Atlus's parent company Index Holdings for 14 billion yen, or $141.6 million. And they're going to be in full possession of the developer in November. So Persona is now going to be under and Persona and everything else under Atlus. Because what else was out? What was the...
Nah, he just shrugged. He shrugged.
Don't they do Dark Souls?
They might have done
Was
Dark
that
Souls. What
not
was the name?
them?
Catherine? I think Catherine was Atlus,
Yeah, they do
wasn't it?
Catherine.
Yeah. So
They do a bunch of other like real.
Japanesey games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very weird. Very, JRPGs and things like that.
Very niche games.
Very, very niche games, but they're going to be now
But,
Sega
like,
titles.
But like the thing about Atlus is they always bring over niche games, but like they know what the audience wants, so the niche games always sell really well.
Right.
For what they are.
And they have Persona, which is, even though it's not Grand Theft Auto, it's not, like what I would call a AAA title, at least not on this side of the Pacific, but they are very good games, and the people that are into them are really, really into them. Mm-hmm. And I can see it. They're awesome, addictive games. Do you have another one?
No.
Okay. EA has a new CEO.
Oh yeah, I had no idea who that guy was.
Yeah, his name is Andrew Wilson, and he was the former executive vice president of EA Sports, which is kind of funny because wasn't Peter Moore EA Sports before he went to EA, before he left EA?
Peter Moore? Is he's at EA though, right?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What was Peter Moore? No, Peter Moore was he at Microsoft? I'm trying to forget. I'm forgetting now. Was he with Sony and then went to EA Sports? Because he definitely was head of EA Sports, executive vice president of EA Sports. All right, Nick, you're the...
I thought he was with... Because, okay, he got out on stage and he showed off the tattoo of Grand Theft Auto. I think he was at Microsoft when he did that.
Was he? He was Microsoft?
Because it was like, and then he had like the Halo release date, right?
Uh-huh.
That was the tattoo on his arm?
Right, and it was, and he actually has a, was it Halo tattoo? He has a real Halo tattoo?
Yeah, that's what I just said, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I just Googled Peter Moore. The first entry from Google is Peter Moore Business. British business executive, best known position at Microsoft and Entertainment. The second result was another Wikipedia, Peter Moore, the serial killer. A Welsh serial killer who owned and managed a number of cinemas in North Wales, murdered men in 1995.
Interesting. Wow,
I know.
That kind of sucks. Wouldn't that be horrible to have a name Jeffrey Dahmer? Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. He was with Microsoft, and then he went to EA Sports.
Yeah.
Is he still at EA Sports? I guess he still is at EA Sports.
Yeah. That's what the Wikipedia, it doesn't say he's moved.
Yeah. So looks like, that's right. He was Xbox or Microsoft. I knew it was one of the console. I couldn't remember which one. All right. So I guess it's one of PA Moore or I'm actually kind of interested why they didn't make Peter Moore CEO. They must have offered it to him. No thoughts on that?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they did. I have no idea.
Yeah, because he's beloved. He's one of those guys in the big studio / console corporate level who get gamers. Who aren't MBAs first, and they're just selling whatever widget they have, and then they get behind games. He is first, foremost, and primarily a gamer. At least that's what he's put out there, and he's appreciated for. I would like to have seen Peter Moore as as a CEO. But, he's also incredibly successful. He doesn't need to be a CEO of a company. And he probably doesn't want it. If they offered it to him, probably wouldn't want it because he knows that it's an impossible job. You have to get somebody who doesn't know shit about video games to agree to actually be CEO of a video game company, because nobody else who knows video games will take the job. And you heard about Volition trolling Twitter about Grand Theft Auto? Okay. So, Grand Theft Auto 5, GTAV is what it is on their hashtag. Well, the day of Grand Theft Auto's release, Volition, who makes Saints Row 4, paid Twitter to promote their GATV add-on and then issued it for free on Steam. And the hashtag was GATV, like Johnny Gat. So I saw one link where that was actually linked by somebody on CNN who was talking about Grand Theft Auto 4, and the link was hashtag GATV. And then a bunch of people were like, God, Rockstar's so stupid. They even spelled their hashtag wrong. What's wrong with them? And if you follow the Facebook of Aubrey Jude Norris, who's one of the PR people for Deep Silver, who's also the developer of or is it the publisher of Saints Row, she's like, this is my crowning moment. This is the moment of I am most proud because we successfully trolled, and it was all over yesterday. Successfully trolled Rockstar and Twitter with the GATV. And it's funny. When I saw that add-on, that downloadable content before, it didn't hit me because it was GAT space V, but it was all capitals, and it never clicked with me what they were doing. So, yeah, that's yay. Congratulations, Volition. Congratulations, Deep Silver. You were able to win the internet.
Okay. I got some more news here. Very important stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim Tebow might have been cut by the New England Patriots, but he might not be done with football yet. Rumor has it, he may be going to play football in Mother Russia.
Oh, really?
Moscow Black Storm. Yeah, they seriously want him to go over and play in the playoffs over there in Russia.
Tim Tebow is the Elizabeth Hasselbeck of football. There, I've said it.
Wow. Hey, they're both hot, I guess.
They're all fluff and no stuff. That's all I'm saying.
All Tebow does is win, though. It's ugly. He can't throw the ball, but he wins. You don't know how. He just wins.
That's because God's on his side.
Yeah, he wants to go over. He wants to go to Russia. Well, you don't play football. Football plays you. And I guess Tebow actually contacted Don Matrick and asked him, why doesn't anybody want him? I mean, what did Don Matrick say?
Go to fucking Russia, you goddamn cockhole. That's what he said.
To Russia with love.
Get back there, you fuckhead. You goddamn shit stain. Get out of here.
I'm taking you out of the Madden game, too. In the next update.
Clearly, Don Matrick has proven his business savvy.
Let's see. SingStar. You know SingStar. You know it. Nobody's here's played it. I know it because I would have to kick you off the podcast if you played SingStar. SingStar is going to be rebooted in November. No, next month. I bet. SingStar in October is going to go free to play, according to Sony London Studios director Dave Ranyard. He says Phase 1 was about to launch SingStar as an app pinned to the PS3's cross-media bar last October. Ranyard said Phase 2 is a complete redesign and overhaul of the whole game structure and UI for the digital and free-to-play age, which was due for release later this year. Would you play a free-to-play SingStar?
Not really.
Come on. It's free.
Just because,
It's
yeah.
SingStar.
Yeah, it's free. That doesn't mean I have to play it.
Right. It's a fairly popular game with the tween set. Don't.
And so it's probably good that it's free. If they can do microtransactions like that, it would probably rake in the cash.
Yeah. Well, because they've already gotten all of the tweens that want to play it, and they probably are seeing their numbers kind of level off, so they have to find a new way to get an audience, to get a further reach within that tweenie set. Because the problem with tweens is they tend to grow up and stop being tweens anymore. And they leave their tweenie stuff behind. So they're...
Although if you're smart, you can always attract new tweens, which
Right.
is basically what Pokemon does.
Right, and that's what they have to do. And I guess throwing it out there in the free-to-play world certainly gives them the blanket ability to be able to get to them. The question is that when and maybe this doesn't matter to the younger set, but when I see a game go free-to-play, and I'm thinking about the MMOs that have done it, like Lord of the Rings, and what was the other one that did was
Star Wars?
Star Wars. Yeah, that was it. Star Wars. When you see those games, especially the big titles that start off being a subscription or a standalone game and then go free to play, it's kind of like it cheapens the brand to me. It says this is our last act of desperation because what we did, it's not a good enough game to sell. Still just sell alone, you know?
Except that, really, World of Warcraft is one of the few games that can sustain a subscription. Like, most MMOs just can't sustain a subscription, not because they're bad games.
Tell
but
Elder
because-
Scrolls that. Shit.
That's
Well, yeah, and-
interesting to see. That's because it's on console, you know?
But, like, I've heard people speculate about the Elder Scrolls. Basically, what they'll do the same thing Star Wars did, is that they'll have a subscription for, like, the first 6 or 7 months or something in order to, like, recoup development costs. Because, you know, this idea of subscription and buying the game is kind of so ingrained in gaming that, like, publishers want to do this. Like, okay, we have to do this at first to try to get as much money up front as we can, and then we'll go free to play with microtransactions and try to reach a sustainability from there. So, like, MMOs of the future are free to play. MMOs cannot be subscription based anymore. Like, it's a model that just doesn't work. World of Warcraft only gets away with it by virtue of being World of Warcraft.
Well, they also
I
have
would be
so many people playing it that they...
Yeah.
And honestly, there's so many people that have left it and still have their characters. I'm one of them.
I would be fascinated. I really want to see what Blizzard does with the new MMO, Titan, because the MMO space has changed so much since World of Warcraft came out.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think that they've got enough hubris to think that the old way will work? Or do you think they have the smarts to realize that it won't anymore?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
No hazarding a guess? What do you think?
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know enough about Blizzard to hazard a guess as to, like, what they might do.
Do you think that there's that much input? Because remember, Blizzard is Activision, and we all know what Activision will do, because Activision is Activision. Well, I don't know. Activision is also very smart.
Yeah,
they've got their
like Destiny's an MMO, but it's a one-time purchase MMO.
Right. I don't know. Well, we'll have to watch. We will have to watch.
Anyways, I have a few other pieces of news that I just found.
Mm-hmm.
GTA 5 generated $800 million in the first 24 hours of sales across the world.
Remember you were talking about, do you think they're going to make back $200 million, Goalie, just last week?
Yeah.
$800 million in the first 24 hours.
So they're all set. They've done their.
This thing's going to hit $2 billion. No question.
Really?
I
And
think
for
it's going to hit $2 billion.
comparison, GTA 4 did about 310 on its launch day.
Yeah. This is more than double on its launch day. Yeah, this is gonna be a $2 billion game. Granted, maybe $1.5 billion because 800 billion the first day, but that was everybody except me and Goalie had it pre-ordered. Did you pre-order it, Goalie?
No, I just walked in.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You're not Goalie. Stop jumping in my way.
Yeah, but you bought it in the first day.
I thought he said
No.
No, I said Goalie, not Nick.
Yeah, stop.
I heard
steal
Nick.
show.
I always hear Nick.
It's like at Christmas time, and this present's for Nick, right? Nick, it's no. This was.
Yeah, why are you giving away my presents?
This is for Joe. It's Nick. It's Nick from Santa.
I always get so screwed at Christmas because my parents like buy me all these presents and then like give away like all of them. It's so fucked up.
To other people.
To other people.
I know.
They write their names.
They even like take some for themselves.
They put a tag on it with somebody else's name on it. How rude.
I know. It's like they can't even get my name right.
But you guys both bought it on day one. I haven't. So I'm not in that number. You're included in that $800 million number.
I don't like to be lumped in like that.
You're lumped. Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry. But there's, I think, 800 billion is a fuck ton of a lot the first day. Now, there's probably a good amount of people who hadn't bought it after that first 24 hours. So they're going to probably end up going in the next 2 or 3 days. But I'm just wondering how much of a precipitous drop-off you're going to get from there on out. When I say it's $2 billion, that might be hard to do because if you have that high, there's only so many consoles. There's only so many consoles, only so many people that actually play video games.
Yes, but
the vast majority of them bought first day.
Rockstar was smart in that this is coming out on current gen consoles. So
right.
the what's it called? The number of consoles and systems out there is a lot.
Yeah.
Between PlayStation 3 and Xbox.
Are they going to re-release it as a next gen title as well?
They've said they don't have any plans to.
Okay. Well, that's
good.
Which means going to buy
maybe they're just not talking about it.
Right. Everybody's buying it right now because they don't know that there's going to... Nobody's holding off saying, I want to play it on the Xbox One or the PS4.
And you know what? It'll probably come out, but has like a Game of the Year edition with the DLC included.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
And, okay, I got one more. Battlefield 4's open beta is going to launch on October 1st for the 360, the PS3, and the PC. The game's next-gen editions have also been given street dates for November 12th for the PlayStation 4 and November 19th for the Xbox One, 3 days before the console's release on November 22nd. So it's actually going to be out early. It's going to be out before the console itself, which is a smart thing to do because people are going to go in, they're going to buy the game, they're going to buy the console, they're going to get their free game that comes along with it probably because they're going to have it bundled, and then they're going to get PlayStation Battlefield 4 because that's not the only big title, but it is one of the big titles that everybody's going to want to play.
I like this trend of the games coming out before the consoles.
I do too.
With the Wii U too, like it's good to have something to play when you get the console.
Right, and it's good to see what it helps you make your decision. And now, a lot of people are looking at the games. I know that that guy I don't like, Forceman, he is trying to make his decision on his console based on the games that are coming out for it. Mm-hmm. And I just, for me at least, don't see a huge enough difference. The games that I want to play are coming out for both consoles, with the exception of Titanfall.
Yeah.
That's really kind of one that's making me kind of hold back. But then again, on the other side, there are a fuck ton of like small indie games that I do want to play on the PlayStation 4. Like all those indies that we're going to get for free. Fuck, give it to me. Absolutely, give it to me now.
It's also worth remembering that Titanfall is not a launch game.
Right, exactly. And are we sure that who's doing Titanfall? Are we sure Titanfall is it a release exclusive or is it a console exclusive?
both. It'll probably be like BioShock, where like, sure, it might come out on PlayStation, but it'll be like a year later, or maybe just Titanfall 2 will come out 2 years later.
Yeah, because Titanfall...
Basically to the point where when you're not interested in playing it anymore, it'll come out for the other console.
And Titanfall is Bethesda, right?
No, it's EA.
EA, okay. Because I'm wondering if it's like you said, kind of like what Mass Effect was. Like the first Mass Effect 1 was a console exclusive for the Xbox, but Mass Effect 2 and 3 came out eventually for the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, EA notes that EA also noted in this announcement of the dates for the open beta and for the street dates for the regular games. They said that beta players will be able to learn maps, unlock items, and build stats, unquote, quote unquote, for use in the October 29th release of Battlefield 4. Players can also carry over stats, unlocks, and awards from the 360 and the PS3 to the Xbox One or PS4 versions once they launch in November. Those looking to upgrade should check into programs that offer deals towards buying next-gen versions of games they already own. I think it's also a smart idea. So they're launching the game, and then you get... Have they said what the deal is? How much is the difference?
Between
like when you
game versions?
Yeah, when you buy it for the Xbox, say the 360, and then they say you're going to get a deal and get the Xbox One version cheaper if you buy it for the 360 because they didn't want everybody holding out and not buying it.
I thought it was just you get it for $10.
Is it $10 more?
I think it is, but I think that might depend on like the publisher or where you buy it or something like that. Because I know GameStop has some deal like that. Microsoft has some deal like that.
You really
I don't know
should,
what the specifics are.
I should really put an article up on GameHounds that shows like researches on how to get the best deals for the trade-in or the rebuy of the game in the new console. Because it's out. Everybody knows that these deals are out there, but nobody really has them all the information in one place. So you kind of have to spend a lot of time researching, and it's not an easy search to do. So, because there's no official name for that program, everybody has its own name.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a tough search. You can't just Google it. Eric Cotton says it's $10. Is that $10 across the board or for a specific retailer and or publisher and or game? So, let's see what else happened this week. There has been quite a bit of stuff. By the way, if any of you are listening, great place to keep up on news, at least the top news stories, is going to the GameHounds Facebook page at facebook.com/the GameHounds, because we have Pissboy doing all of the good stuff in there, finding the news and posting it for you so that you can keep up. Hey, Goalie.
Yep.
Have you seen, since you are a proud PS Vita owner, there is a video out that is Japanese, and it shows how the PlayStation 4 and the PS Vita are going to work together.
I saw something about that, yeah.
You should see that video. It's really, really, really interesting how, at least in the trailer, that you can so seamlessly take your game that's on the PS4 and just pop it and start playing it on, load your save through the cloud onto your Vita, and then just pop it in your bag, and then when you're on the bus or wherever, you can just keep playing that game, and then you come back home and pop it, and you're right where you were.
Yeah, my only problem is that I'm having a hard time playing the shooter games on the Vita, whereas I'm finding that to be more of a puzzle game. It's more of a Game Boy than it is an extension of a PS4 and Xbox 360.
Right.
So I don't know if I would do that per se. Now, Diablo 3 would be, as I mentioned on the show, be perfect on the Vita because it's the one stick. You basically use the left stick to move your guy around. You're not swiveling around with the right stick like you are in shooter games, which I'm having a hard time with. So Diablo 3, yeah, if that was on the Vita, I'd probably get it and switch seamlessly back and forth. Something like that would be fine. Oh, maybe a Sim City or something, but I don't think I'd want to play a shooter game on the Vita. In fact, I've tried and I'm not that good at it. It's a small screen. It's kind of tough and clunky to hold in your hands. So for me, it would depend on the game. I do like the idea of it, though.
Eric Cotton says, a Veter? Yes, that's he's from Boston. It's the Veter. He plays it right next to the Bubbler.
Get off my show. I don't know, whatever you screen. Hey, can you send me your screen name so I can delete you? And you're not playing Diablo 3 with me either. You can take your Vita.
So Tokyo Game Show's gearing up. So we're just going to start seeing stuff from that. I guess, is it next week or the week after?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know that in fact, I threw it away, the Tokyo Game Show going, are you coming? Are you coming? We're throwing a party. Are you coming? Are you coming?
Is that in Japan?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yeah. I was there 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
It's weird. It's really weird. Especially if you've been to a bunch of American stuff and then you go over to Japan and it's just odd, to say the least. Because you're in a foreign country and nobody speaks English and you come up to a thing and they come up to a game booth and they can't help you because they don't speak English. It's kind of weird. Or they have to tell you as best as they can, come back later because we can't talk to you. It's very, and yeah, the cosplayers. Wow. And another news, Microsoft has bought the URL xbone.com.
Might as well, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they bought it because they don't want anybody else to have it. It makes me mad that I didn't buy it. I should have bought it. I should have bought it that day. God damn it. What was I thinking?
They probably bought it a while ago.
Looking at Corey Wallace's comment, giggity. Oh, that's come such a thing. Oh, hey, do you remember last week, Gully, you and I were talking about that free the games thing on Ouya where it was getting exploited because developers were essentially donating their own money at the last minute to make sure that they would hit their mark.
Stacking the deck kind of thing,
right?
right?
And then they were getting the money from the Vita guy, from the Ouya guys, and pocketing it. So the Ouya people said, absolutely, we're not going to change it. I know it's open to exploitation, but we believe in this model. We think it'll work. We're going to keep on keeping on and stay the course. A day later, there was a developer, an Ouya developer, who pulled her game off of Ouya because she was so disgusted with the fact that Ouya is not doing anything to... Remember I saying it was such bad press for Ouya, and Ouya's having a hard time, and it needs to start proactively getting in there and stopping shit from happening so it doesn't look bad for the Ouya. She said she's sick and freaking tired of Ouya not responding to problems. And she's pulled her game off of Ouya. And she's not saying anybody else should, but for her, she's done. She cannot deal with Ouya's their corporate not their structure, but their culture of never changing their mind and never doing anything to fix a problem, even when it's brought to their attention, that they keep on just staying the course. And I'll have to find the details on it. Ouya. Oh, come on. Developer pulls game. Free the games. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it looks like a second one has done it as well. Another indie, this comes from GamePolitics.com. Another indie developer has walked away from the Ouya console because of its free the games fund.
What do you know?
Hey, it's Kelly Brown from the Merry Gamers.
From Mrs. Really? From
Yeah.
Mrs.
From Mrs. Lefty Brown from the Merry Gamers.
Now I have to turn off Happy Endings because I hear you echoing in my head.
Yes, you can't listen to us because it's on a delay.
It's a radio.
Yeah,
show.
turn your radio down, Kelly. Turn your radio down.
Turn your radio down. Am I on the air? Is this thing on?
Is this Zinyak?
Hey Nick, apparently I got more positive feedback than you do
Yeah,
Or
for being on the show last week.
yeah. She filled in for you because you don't listen to your own damn show. You dick.
no, I can't be bothered with you plebeians.
Oh, really? Then why don't you just get off your own fucking show?
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow!
Because I'm kind enough to grace you with my presence.
Oh, whatever.
Where would we be without Thursday Nick?
I know.
We'd be on Wednesday.
In the ratings?
You know what day it is, right, Nick?
The 18th?
Hump
It's
day.
It's hump day.
Oh.
Dick, 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 dick,
Dick,
dick,
dick,
dick,
dick,
dick,
dick, dick, dick, dick. What day is it? What day is it? Come on, Nick. What day is it?
Whenever I see that commercial, I think of you, Edie.
I know. I love that commercial. I love that commercial. It
Lefty-
makes me
Lefty
smile
bought me a
every time.
Yep.
Lefty, I'll have to have Lefty buy you a shirt and send it to you. He bought me a freaking hump day shirt.
Oh, I don't know why. It's so stupid. It's like the Budweiser frogs of our generation, and I just can't help but love it because it's a camel, and I have a soft spot for camels. So
I smoke camels on Wednesday.
Is that just because of it?
because it's hump day.
No, because they're unfiltered.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that, how's the non-smoking thing going, Edie?
It was a bad week to quit smoking. Just saying. Yeah, stuff going on. It was just a really, really bad. It's like how funny. I had that conversation and then found out later on the day that there was shit going down with my parents and my dad, and it was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna try my best, but it's not a good time. But I've actually
That
kept.
shit hit the fan, huh?
Yeah,
The shit-
as typical. As soon as I say I'm quitting smoking, shit goes down. But
So
yeah,
that's
I've been
the
cutting
fan,
back.
huh?
Actually, I've been cutting back a lot,
Player
considerably.
one needs a cigarette badly.
Are you
Player
trying
one's
to do
about to
those?
die.
Are you gonna try to do those? What are those? Those blue cigarettes? Those electric cigarettes?
In fact,
or no?
I'm holding one right now. I'm holding a vaporizer. In fact, we were talking about it a couple of shows ago. No, it was last show. Was that the
Yeah.
smoking of the that's vaping. It's essentially an e-cigarette, and I am currently, as we sit here, vaping gummy bear flavored nicotine. And
Yeah, you told me about that on Xbox the other day.
yeah, it's
Have
cool.
you gotten the waffle ones yet?
No, the waffle's
The
coming.
waffle.
It's sent the e-juice for waffle and toasted almond, and then 3 different kinds of tobacco.
Okay, now the thing that's going to really freak us all out, Edie, is if in Boston you roll up your breakfast waffle and start smoking.
I know. I might. If I like the waffle, I just don't think I'm going to like the waffle. But we
What
might
if they
have to
got
do
like
that.
a poo-poo platter one? That'd be awesome.
Oh,
Or-
they
or-
have
or-
every.
That
Oh,
would be awesome.
Or Gwilly, if she ends up trying to light her scorpion bowl on fire.
Oh, didn't they like that the last time they lit the alcohol in the middle?
Yeah.
And didn't I try to like hand you like a beef teriyaki over your hand in the fire?
Yes.
I think Lefty grabbed your hands. What are you doing? All the time I burn people with that. Oh, here, you want this? Yeah, they reach their hand over the fire.
okay.
I think it's because we've had just a few too many drinks already.
That was great.
So I'm looking up what googling weirdest e-juice flavors. Apparently, there is a bacon
It's called
flavored.
e-juice.
It's called
Seriously?
e-juice.
It's called e-juice.
Yeah, it's essentially either vegetable glycerin or propylene glycol or a combination of the two, plus a flavoring plus nicotine. So it doesn't have any of all of the 4,000 horrible chemicals that cigarettes have.
It
does have the
a
nicotine.
formaldehyde in it.
It doesn't have formaldehyde in it. It doesn't have anything like that. So you have the nicotine, but you have to obviously flavor it, and the flavors, oh my God, the amount of flavors are out there. There's a bacon flavored, pizza flavored,
But what kind of pizza is the question? Like, everybody has a different type of pizza they like.
There's crab juice.
Oh, crab juice would be bizarre.
Beer.
Really? Why am I sucking on crab juice?
Because some people like the taste of crab. Beer flavored e-juice, spaghetti, baby back ribs, trail mix, tuna, shrimp, tomato, onion, mushroom, olive, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and roasted chicken.
Why onion? Like, who wants to smoke an onion? Honey, please go smoke. As if kissing somebody after having a cigarette is bad enough. Now, please go smoke on an onion.
Oh no, but that's the thing is that it doesn't taste like cigarettes. It smells and tastes like whatever you're smoking and tasting. And if you think about it,
let's after an onion,
right? Because think about it, you could pair it with your meal.
Do you know what would be the biggest seller though out of all of them? Would be Splooge Sangria.
Splooge Sangria. I can make my own e-juice, so I'll try and formulate a Splooge Sangria taste for you. Let's see. Beer, blue cheese, whiskey, tequila, barbecue, ranch.
Is like, you gotta be, what type of tequila? Are we talking bottom shelf or top shelf tequila?
Probably bottom shelf. I mean, you are smoking it. It's a flavor that goes in a propylene glycol. Pumpkin pie.
Ooh, pumpkin pie would be good.
That's what I call CJ. CJ's my pumpkin pie.
French vanilla ice cream. So yeah, it's all. But I went.
See, you'd want to have a pumpkin pie and then like a puff of pumpkin pie and then a puff of French vanilla ice cream. So you like finish it off.
You like dessert? Yeah, hang on. Just swap cartridges.
Yeah, and somebody asked them reading one of these forums, and they're like, "So the pizza flavored one, does it actually? Can you please describe what it actually tastes like? Does it just taste like marinara and cheese, or is it a type of pizza?" And he goes, "What was so cool about it, it tasted like full-blown pizza, a full-blown thin-crust sausage pizza."
So if you're a vegetarian, you wouldn't want that one.
Maybe. No, you could want it. Maybe
well,
like the taste of sausage.
If you're a vegetarian,
it's great.
You could get that because then you get all the good taste of sausage without actually eating it.
Right.
That's true. You remain a vegetarian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's if the people they like the taste of sausage, they do have vegetarian sausage.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah, but pretty much everybody says the crab juice is disgusting.
I would say the crab juice to me, it's not crab that you're eating. You're sucking on it.
Yeah, it's just all kinds of bad. Yeah. Chocolate covered maple bacon, bacon and waffles. Let's see. I'm reading about.
Do they have a cigarette flavored flavor?
Oh yeah, they have. They actually have. That was.
We'll just go back to cigarettes.
Right. That was the three of the five samplers that I got in. I had 5 spaces, and the 3 I got. 3 of them were tobacco flavors, different kinds of tobacco, like a Turkish tobacco, an American tobacco, and I forget there was some other blend that everybody said is really nice. So. Yeah, so because all tobacco's just like everything else, all tastes kind of different. But yeah, Nick is disgusted by the whole thing.
Nick puts the nick in nicotine.
That I do.
So, yeah, you're disgusted by it.
I don't really care.
If I get some pizza e-juice, will you try it when we go to PAX next?
Sure.
Because you can actually
Pizza.
get it in 0 nicotine strength. So it's actually 0 nicotine. It's not even smoking.
Yeah,
It's just
I'll try that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
fun
Okay,
for
this
that.
is just bizarre.
Can you put
Just
it in a
random-
pipe? That'd be awesome if you could put it in a pipe. I can picture Nick sitting there, like looking.
Oh yeah, put in a pipe. I want a pipe.
He'd be sitting there puffing away like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, puffing away on my pizza stick.
A Slim Jim. Yeah.
Is that what they call it now? Puffing away on your pizza stick?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what you call pipes now.
I don't think that's what she was talking about.
Both.
It wasn't a pipe.
I call pizza sticks everything.
Okay. So here's a weird piece of news that just popped up. Warner Brothers has bought the rights to a blog called 40 Days of Dating. And it's about a serial monogamist.
Oh, yeah, they're going to make a movie out of it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Julie and Julia or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're totally going to make a movie out of that. And
that's just bizarre, though. Like, a serial monogamist, and I'm going to have 40 days of dating.
Right.
Just weird, though.
I think that's going to be, it's going to be a hilarious comedy. And of course, they're going to fall in love at the end, and it's going to be happily ever after. It's pretty predictable.
40 days of daily?
Of dating. D-A-T-E.
Oh. Okay. That makes more sense.
So it's 40 Days of Night, that horror movie.
Yeah.
That was good.
I would like to see a crossover between the two.
Yeah. You date a vampire.
Why don't you just do a text adventure of it?
Yeah, I could.
Wow, crickets.
Yeah. What the fuck? I thought there was something went wrong.
Kel, you got to get Diablo 3 so we can play.
I have 2 games. I have one game that I have yet to even open from its plastic wrap. I'm playing Saints Row 4 right now.
Yeah, no, but let me tell you, Diablo 3, it's co-op, it's fun, it's easy.
We have to finish Gears of War. Wait. We have to finish Gears of War, the epic cutscenes.
This was what I was getting at. Diablo 3, no cutscenes.
How do you know? Have you played it with anybody else?
Yes, I've played it quite a bit lately in the last few
Wait, so you're cheating on me?
Well, yes.
What?
With people I don't even know.
He's a serial monogamist. It's 40 days of gaming.
On me. I can't believe this, Goalie.
Yeah, I played for about an hour with Super Schlong 69 the other night.
See, you're seriously cheating on me with a schlong.
Talk about Yeah, no, there's no cutscenes. It's great. You just play. And it's ingenious. You actually play a video game instead of watch a video game.
Why would you want to do that?
Why would you want to play when you could just sit back and watch?
This is the funny thing. Goalie and I were playing Gears of War 3, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I hated this part of the game. This is the worst boss battle ever. We're gonna have to cut this up in at least 3 days." Goalie and I finished it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and I'm like, seriously? He goes, well, that's because we had the AI helping us. Last time I did this, he goes, last time I played this, literally all Goalie and I did was dodge the whole time.
We just let them win. Yeah, we got through that in the first part. But yeah, there's no cutscenes with this one here.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, when me and Kelly play Gears of War 3 now, we like both like go off and make sandwiches and check email, and it's just like, all right, I'll see you in 5 minutes. Cutscene stuff. I'll see you back in 5 minutes.
Seriously, it's like, okay, it's a cutscene.
I love long cutscenes. Is there something wrong with me? I really enjoy it. It's like a reward for me.
I like cutscenes too.
Yeah,
but Grand Theft Auto 5 is filled with them.
Yeah, but it totally breaks up you're playing the game and you're into it. And you're like, whoo, just beat that. Okay, what's next?
Oh,
2 minutes of sitting here doing nothing.
You're not deep enough to appreciate story. Nick and I are clearly playing on a different level.
No, but
I know. We're the elevated ones.
That's right. We are the elevated ones.
It's been a long time since I was told I wasn't deep enough.
Goalie and I have like an hour to maybe 2 hours of time to play.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, let's start it. Oh God, that's right, cutscene.
Well, see, okay, that's your problem is you're playing the wrong kind of game for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, we are.
The worst is, it's like, okay, we started a checkpoint. Let's run over here to open his door. Cutscene to open the door. But all we did is run over to the door, and then we open the door, and then we go through, and there's a whole nother cutscene. Dom, get over here. Yeah, all right, let's go. And then you run up to the top of the cliff. Cutscene, and then the ship comes on out of the sky. Oh, it's Daisy Duke or whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, it's Dizzy, yeah. And then come on board, and then you get on there and you ride into another cutscene. Dom, what's going on here? Then you walk over, say, open his door. Kelly, I'm waiting for you to open his door. Hurry up, we're actually playing. Hurry up, we're gonna open his door and go into another cutscene. It's like, oh my God, we've been playing 15 minutes and we've had actually 40 seconds of game time, and it's been walking over opening doors.
Right. The absolute worst though is when I'm like, Goalie, I'm out of ammo, and he goes, wait, you didn't get it before the cutscene? Fuck, you really are.
You go right up to the box, you're holding X up, cutscene. Or it's like, boing, it moves your head. That is the worst. Yeah, Gears 2 was definitely the best.
Yeah, it was the best.
As far as playing goes, Gears 3 is fun and it's got its things, but boy, the cutscenes drive you nuts.
Yep.
And neither of us have played Judgment, so that'll be fun when we get to Judgment.
Yeah, maybe next year, yeah.
Yeah, next year we're going. But no, I have Rayman Legends that I bought.
Oh, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, I've heard fantastic things about it, but it's seen here in its foil or in its wrap still because I decided to play Saints Row 4 because I heard about it being open world, and I love being able to play in an open world.
Yeah, it's kind of open. It's kind of open. It's not Skyrim open. I mean, you can fly around and do certain things, but you're really kind of limited to what you can do.
So now, Edie, you're playing Saints Row 4.
Yes, I am.
Did you make your character a male or a female?
Female, always.
Okay. Did you make her boobs huge or medium or small?
Medium.
Okay. Do you not agree with me that the boob physics in this game actually work the right way that boob physics are supposed to?
Right. But they worked pretty well before. But yes, in fact, that was the first thing that Kevin, when he came in and he was looking at it, and it's like, wow, her boobs jiggle. I'm like, yeah, it's boob physics. They definitely got the boob physics down.
Yeah, because I made the mistake of, one of the first things that you have to do once you get into the free world is go and buy clothes. And I made the mistake of buying a bra and then realizing, oh shit, I only have pants and now I have a bra. And
right, that's all you got.
Bra. Yeah. And I was like, wow, her boobs actually bounce in unison, not in non-uniform fashion. Yeah.
Not DOA style?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Octodad.
Yes.
I had real huge boobs on my character, and I ended up going in and reducing them during the game because they were just too big.
Right.
Yeah, because she goes from super tiny to, oh my God, really? That's like Dolly Parton size.
Yeah, like where they're actually. And what I was impressed was that instead of just making them big and just like balloons, the bigger they get, they start to sag a bit, which is appropriate.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they go from 2013 Tomb Raider to 2008 Tomb Raider.
Right.
to almost, she would trip over him possibly.
Yeah, they were just in the way.
Yeah.
You couldn't even golf with those things.
Well, with the right support, maybe.
In fact, that's kind of something I wish that they had done, is that if we buy a bra, your boobs shouldn't jiggle. And it makes no difference in the jiggle whether you go braless or not.
Well, and that's the thing. You should be able to, when you go buy, it should be sports bra, should hoist them up a little bit more.
Right.
But you can't buy that type of bra.
No.
I can't believe we're sitting here talking about bras.
In-game bras.
Both you guys are probably grabbing your boobs and lifting them up as you describe.
No, I am not.
No, I'm not.
My boobs are nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
I know that you were really hoping that we were grabbing our boobs.
I was.
Nope.
Just
That's
because
what I was
you
picturing.
have boobs.
Nick,
Nick, you're supposed to be highbrow. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Nick.
I am highbrow.
It's almost Thursday. It's almost Thursday.
That's true.
It's Thursday in Norway.
Thursday. Gotta get
Thursday
mean on
somewhere.
Thursday.
We didn't say grabbing your own boobs to your highbrow. We said you're supposed to be highbrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've hit the end of the show. We're wrapping it up. All right. So thanks so much to everybody in the.
Yeah.
What?
What? Those are my Viagra I got to take.
Yeah, and I gotta get going. I've got to go head over to the.
I get pizza flavored Viagra. You know.
That's terrible. So yeah.
Wait. So what? You're gonna scare the pizza man when you have it?
Oh yeah.
Take it.
Sausage flavor. Yeah.
I don't think Sharon's going to be too happy with that.
I just took a Viagra the other day and it got caught in my throat. I had a stiff neck all day long.
We didn't quite know how to handle that, did we?
Meet George Jetson.
All right, so let's wrap this up.
Nick, I love having two chicks on the show. It makes us look so much smarter, doesn't it?
I know it does. I mean, I come off as clearly the most intelligent one.
Oh, shut
It's great.
Easily top 3.
Yeah.
All right,
At the very least.
you have been listening to Game Hounds Happy Endings episode 21. And this week we had the news that was carried over from our regular Game Hounds show. Speaking of our regular Game Hounds show, you should check it out. It is gamehounds.net if you want to find the website, or you can go into iTunes and look up Game Hounds. There's Game Hounds and there's Game Hounds Happy Endings. You should sign up and subscribe for both, because that way you can get all the Game Hounds goodness that's out there. With me has been Holy Goalie, Nick DiNicola. If you want to get a hold of us, it's gamehounds at gmail.com. Or another really good way to get a hold of us is on Facebook. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/The Gamehounds. Other ways to interact with us is through our text line, and our text line number is...
Yeah, text line is 304-300-9889.
And at the end, we had Mrs. Lefty Brown from The Married Gamers. The Married Gamers can be found at themarriedgamers.net. Or, what's another way to get a hold of you?
You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheMarriedGamers, or follow us on Twitter at MarriedGamers.
Yay. All right.
And don't forget me. You can find me at zinyak.com. And on Twitter, I think I'm Thursday Zinyak.
Now you better go grab those and make sure that you have them.
All right. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for being on the show. We'll talk to you next week. Like I said, make sure to check out regular Game Hounds show with more reviews and news and commentary than we have here, and a lot more formatted. So talk to you guys later. Thanks, everybody in the chat room. See you next week. Bye-bye.